You're listening to For What, hosted by sisters MaryBeth and Loren.
Good to see you. I feel like I haven't talked to you all week.
I know.
It's very strange because normally we would talk daily.
Right.
At least in some form. Texting, voice notes.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
If not a full-on 2-hour FaceTime.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours of just a cram session.
I have so much to say.
Great. Let's go.
Okay.
I think today we will get into a little bit of who you are, who we are, how we came to be in this world together, because I feel like that's really important.
It's everything.
It is everything. It matters.
The world needs to know who we are.
Of course.
Let's get started.
Like, we don't make sense unless we know the backstory. I mean, we don't fully make sense, okay? So.
Why don't you start because you were born first?
I was born in 1983, and it was a really hard life. And honestly, like, my mom was like a single mom for most of my life. Our mom. This is just my story, though.
I wasn't there yet.
You didn't exist. So we have an older brother, older sister, then me.
And y'all are all a year apart.
Yeah, we're all a year and a half apart.
Very close.
And honestly, I was the youngest for 12 years, and I was like, fuck this. This is terrible. I hate my life. Like, it was really hard to be the youngest because the older two were like buddy-buddy, and then I was always left out. So
I felt very misunderstood.
I was always misunderstood.
Very cast aside.
Yeah, I was a highly sensitive kid. Nobody knew what that meant in the 80s and 90s, and like, I just was beating to my own drum. It was hard. So,
and in the church.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted you to be a good girl, and you're just not.
Yeah. They wanted me to be quiet and gentle, and those are two things that I just can't be. I can't be them. So that was a struggle. Like, I wanted to follow the rules and be a good girl, but like, also what they were asking was impossible.
Yeah.
And so it felt like I just needed assistance in the world. I needed an ally. And I needed a buddy. And I didn't have that, and it was so frustrating. So for years, I don't know how many years, but probably at least 5, if not my entire life, I was begging the universe, at that time it was God and my mother, to give me a little sibling. I'm like, I just need something of my own. Give me one. And so then, miraculously, Mom met my stepdad when I was 11 or so, and then they got married really fast, which I have things to say about that.
So much to say about that.
We can dissect that.
That's 7 podcasts in and of itself.
But here's the premise. They were like almost 40, so they were both like, we've been married before.
Dad was 40.
Yeah. And then, so that was like this blanket washover of all relationship maturity. They were just like, we've been married.
Old enough.
We're almost 40.
We've done this before.
God wants us to God told my mom that she was going to marry him, even though the day before, she was, and all the years before that, she was saying over and over again on repeat, I will never get married again. I'm not getting married again.
And I think, like, she really meant that.
Yeah,
like,
she did.
Her truest self was like, Pam, we can't do this again.
Yes, exactly.
We will not survive. And then she meets this drumming, ponytailed,
long-haired
man.
Yeah, he
with
was so funny.
Nasty pedophile glasses.
Transition lenses.
And she was like,
in the 90s.
And then God was like, go ahead. So
That's
she
her
was like,
side of the story.
So she was like, guess I gotta.
And now I have to get married because God told me to.
Yeah.
It was kind of that thing. And then they just, literally, they met, they started courting, and then 4 months later, they got married. So that was
crazy.
Absolute insanity. And then 4 months after that, they got pregnant with you. And I was beginning to feel like that I existed in the world and that the universe did hear me. And so it's like, oh my gosh, is it going to be a brother? Is it going to be
Everything is falling into place.
Yes,
I've got a dad.
I got a new dad. I'm getting a best friend. That's all mine.
It's all coming together.
It is. At 12 years old, it finally started to come together. And then you...
I'm crying.
Okay. I know, it's a sweet story. So then you were born in January of 96.
Yes.
And everything changed for me then. I mean, literally, I always say that I feel like her. I mean, I say I feel like her mom, but I'll say second mom.
But also, I'm your mom.
Yeah, well, that switched in our 20s, or your 20s. It's fine.
I just remember anytime, I love to hear my birth story. Like, that was one of my favorite stories to hear as, like, a bedtime story. Forget the books.
Yeah, tell me about me.
Tell me about me. And I just remember anybody who would ever tell the story would be like, and your sister, Mimi, said, I'm going to make her love me.
Yes.
And she did.
Yeah, I was like, my whole life's work now makes sense. I'm going to make this baby my best friend. She is going to love me more than anything, and I'm going to love her more than anything.
You imprinted on me.
I did, I imprinted. We imprinted on each other. Or yeah, you must have imprinted on me, right?
How would I have done that as a baby?
You were a baby. Renesmee imprinted on Jacob.
Jacob imprinted on Renesmee when she was still in the womb.
Okay, that's how that went.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Then yes, I imprinted on you. So that's how it feels. So Loren is my soulmate. And then it became like
here's the story of our souls is like, we have definitely been together many lives prior to this.
In many different iterations of our relationship.
And my soul heard her back in her call.
Yeah.
And like, one thing about me, my soul is tired. Like,
it's very old.
Super old. She's on hospice. She's
She
wrinkly.
knows everything at this point.
No, but she is tired. So to get this old soul out of bed, out of her hospice bed, it was like you were really calling for
I was
help.
really desperate. There was
Sounds
no
like it.
way.
Okay.
There was no way I was going to make it through the next couple of decades without you.
Yeah.
And I knew that. At 12 years old, I knew,
Can't do this.
no, I'm not trying to do
myself.
this alone. That's ridiculous. So I called your soul back to the earth, and,
I was like,
I'm forever
all right.
apologizing for that, but also glad I did it.
I'm happy to be here. After 29 years, I can say I'm happy to be here.
Okay, great. Sometimes when she goes through hard times, I'm like, I'm really sorry. I did this.
Did I need to be here for
I
that?
made that happen.
No, it's fine.
And then, so when you were younger, I mean, I was very attached to you. You were very attached to me.
Yeah, I was obsessed with you.
And then, and then I got into my teenage years, and me and Mom were going at it. And so then there was some distance between you and me because Mom wielded you as her weapon against me, basically, which was very hard times, a couple different times in our lives. And then I got married and had kids of my own. And she, you know, Loren, you were like, what, 13 when my daughter was born? And then, yeah, it's 13 and 15, I think.
Which is crazy because you turned 13 the year that I was born.
Yeah.
So that's a cute little generational situation we have
It's
there.
cute, but then it ended because you didn't have.
I didn't imprint on MaryBeth.
No, you didn't.
That was not for me.
You're like, I'm not trying to be around.
I love
and do
her,
this.
but like I'm not trying to attach myself to something else in this life. No.
I know, only me. So
Another an important thing that you skipped over though is my couple years that I spent as a dog in response to your absence.
oh my God. So I left the house. I moved out.
Were you out of the house when I started being a dog?
I think so.
I feel like you were still there a little bit.
Okay, maybe. It was like
Because
my
I
senior
specifically
year.
remember I didn't like to flush the toilet because it was loud. And I just, also a sensitive
also
person.
highly sensitive.
And I didn't like it. But we shared a bathroom. And so you would yell, Loren!
Yeah. I don't know why we
flush
need
the
to bring this
toilet.
up here. That doesn't
Because
feel like
Because it just building blocks.
Building blocks.
But at that point, I was a dog, and so I ran on my hands and knees into my little spot that was underneath our entertainment stand in the living room, and I whimpered. And you came out into the living room to like confront me, and I was like, and you were like, oh my God.
I think you were 4 and I was 16. 16 and 17. You were 4 and 5. And yeah, so I was kind of in and out of the house at that point. And yeah, so you were a dog for a few years trying to get through that transition.
It was tough. Lady and the Tramp was my favorite movie, and I wanted to be Lady. And I was.
You were. You became Lady. I do remember you doing that. You'd follow me around on all 4s into the kitchen.
And, like, we already had a dog. Like, there was an actual dog in the house. There wasn't a need for me to do that.
It was so amazing.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was pretty cute. Yeah, so we got through those years as dogs or otherwise. And then I was just waiting for you to grow up, honestly. I was just like, okay, do your best living with mom on your own, but...
Yeah. You tapped out for that.
I definitely tapped out. I was like, listen, I called your soul here to help me. I'm not here to help you.
I've already been through that. Let me know when you're out.
I can't come back to that.
Oh my gosh.
So you got through it, and then it was when you graduated college, I think is when that's when our souls locked in of like,
For sure.
this is what we're doing.
Because when I was a freshman in college, that's when you FaceTime me randomly. That was probably like one of our very first FaceTimes to tell me that you were getting a divorce or that you were separating.
Oh, yeah, okay.
2015?
15, yeah.
Yeah.
What year were you? That was freshman year?
Freshman year? I was in my dorm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, okay. That's when it all started, my divorce.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, way to throw that onto an 18-year-old. Hey, I know you've literally emulated everything about me up until this point, but...
Well, no, because what year did you get your eyebrow pierced?
Not until... Oh, yeah, I did get it pierced before that. Let's see, 2011.
2011 was an important year for me. My sister got her eyebrow pierced. Anybody's allowed to do whatever they want with their bodies. Like, I firmly believe that.
However...
Unfortunately, my sister made a bad choice about her body. And I'm allowed to say that because she imprinted on me.
Yeah.
It was a bell or a bar.
A bar.
With the two little...
Yeah. It was just what they pierce with. I never was able to switch that because of the amount of pain.
You looked so trashy.
In my defense, I was a oppressed wife in an abusive relationship, a stay-at-home mother who had no creative or autonomous outlets whatsoever.
Okay.
So I was like, I would dye my hair all different colors, change it all the time, I would cut it spiky, grow it out long, did all crazy, ridiculous stuff to my hair.
Yeah.
And then that wasn't enough after so many years, and I was like, it's time to get pierced. And then I got that, and I felt really like it was like a release of some sort of expression that I was pent up.
Yeah.
But then it backfired because that was the most pain that I had experienced ongoing for a year. I mean, I had 2 babies at that point.
It's awful. It's on your face, though. Like, and you're an expressive person.
Yes.
So you're constantly using your eyebrow.
Every time, and it was the scar tissue. My scar tissue... Everything with my ears, my C-section incision, it takes forever to heal. And so when I had my newborn, my son, and the freaking eyebrow piercing, I wasn't sleeping because of my baby. And then...
When you did catch a wink.
I was sleeping on my pillow, and my freaking eyebrow piercing would wake me up from pain. And I was like, okay, well, we're done with that. So I took it out.
And we're back.
And we're back. Okay, I lost all respect from my sister, but I'm back.
Like, up until that point, like, I would act like her. I would say the things that she did, which, like, we didn't see each other very frequently during that time period. But anytime we would, I would like take notes.
Yes.
This is how she smiles. This is how she laughs. This is how she.
This is what she does with her time. This is who she's around.
Yeah.
And this is everything I wanted to be, she wanted to be. Like,
100%.
it was a lot. It was a lot to. At the time, I wasn't thinking about it because I was so used to it. You had been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
But I think, again, my soul knew, this isn't going to last. She's going to figure it out. Like, I just was unconcerned with you actually becoming like me.
Yeah.
And then the eyebrow piercing is where things pivoted.
I was like, oh, so
I have to think for myself.
she does make mistakes.
Yeah, that was it. That was the big mistake. I had made so
That's
many.
what showed me.
It is what showed you. And then it's been a, what is that called?
Gradual, progressive.
It's been a progressive display of my mistakes since then. So it was the eyebrow piercing, and then it was my marriage.
We don't need to call them mistakes. We can just call them
They were learning experiences.
life choices
Gone
that
wrong.
really forced some intense learning.
That's a really long way of saying mistake. It was. I mean, I've learned obviously a lot from everything I do.
Yeah.
The eyebrow piercing taught me about my scar tissue. Like, I'm not going to mess around with that anymore. Okay?
Oh my God.
My marriage taught me about men in ways that, and actually a lot of things. But
So you got divorced what year?
we separated in 2015. It was final in 2016.
Okay, so 2016, I was still in college at Baylor. Sikkim. But I also want to say I do not stand with anything that Baylor stands for in terms of minorities, diversity.
God.
They're like so anti.
Yeah.
Anybody who's not white and rich, they're anti.
Yeah, and covering up assaults and whatnot. Like,
Horrible. Anyway, so don't sick
No.
them. But anyway, so I was at Baylor. You moved back to Texas because you were in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
You moved back to Texas 2016.
Yep.
And then a few months later is when I started dating Drew, whom I am now married to. So I think like you being back in the area
Right.
and just around, plus me having something to actually talk about.
Besides Baylor.
School and how poor we were.
School.
And I do feel like it was kind of funny because you're in the wake of your divorce, and I'm beginning a relationship. So I think it was like, okay,
Yeah.
it was, to me, it felt like maybe this is like a respite for you to just like talk about something else,
Right.
talk about somebody else's relationship
Totally.
that doesn't have any scars yet, or,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
So I really learned a lot from you. And just even having somebody who understood what I was talking about, how I felt in regards to relationship because of our upbringing
Yeah.
and everything. Like,
Yeah, which you're referencing purity culture and just the sheltered point of view of, no sex before marriage.
Right.
You only marry and love one person in your lifetime, and
Yeah.
you create
you
what
have
God's
to be with a Christian, like
Yeah.
the unequally yoked of it all, plus just the commitment of it all. Like,
Yeah, let's talk about that really quickly because that I feel like was a really pivotal piece of our relationship. Was I was unraveling my marriage to a pastor. Okay, so he and I met essentially in full-time ministry. He became a pastor. I was a pastor's wife for 7 years at a mega church, and then we divorced because he's abusive. He was killing himself slowly. He was an addict. I was like, I can't do this anymore and raise our kids. And as I'm coming out of that marriage, you're going into this relationship with these ideals about,
Right.
oh, he has to be a Christian. And I was like, full stop.
yeah,
Guess what? I went into marriage thinking that.
Right.
I married the peak Christian. He was
Right.
top of the class for Christianity
a literal
ministry.
pastor.
Literally. And that means nothing.
Here we
It
are.
turns out in relationship, that means nothing. What's important
Yeah.
is how they treat you and how they see you
Yeah.
as a human.
Yeah.
Not these ideas of, oh, I got to fill this role and I got to play this part. I got to be this kind of husband or this kind of wife.
Right.
I'm like, so I'm actively telling you all of that is bullshit. I just figured out it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
And you were like, what?
But also, that tracks.
Also, yeah, because when you were first dating Drew, he had some different beliefs at that time. Grew up the same, pretty similar.
Very similar.
And
like,
then-
Drew wanted to be a pastor.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Drew
that.
has been on more mission trips than I have. Drew went to church way more than I ever did. Like, he was bought in.
He was a better Christian than you.
He was a better Christian than me.
Wow.
But then he decided he didn't want to be anymore. But, like, to this day, one of the most honest, real,
Yes.
respectful people
Yes.
that I have ever encountered. And, like, turns out that's what matters to me. That's part of my core values
Right.
is honesty, respect,
Right.
authenticity.
And I will say, and I saw this back then too, the way he treated you was you were his best friend, period.
Right.
And that's how he saw you. So he always wanted more. He always wanted to have conversations, hear you, see you,
Yeah.
understand you, just be around you. And I'm like, yeah, those are the things that matter. What doesn't matter is his beliefs about God. Who the fuck cares?
Right.
And you were like, oh, am I allowed to do that? I'm like, please, please, if you take anything from me, take this.
And also, like, I was 22 or 21.
Right.
Like, it's fine if I make a mistake. Like, if this doesn't work out, it's also not the end of the world, which is also something that, like, is not a message that I grew up receiving.
No.
Like, the first person that you date, that's really who you should marry. So make sure whoever you date
Yeah.
is the one. Like,
Yeah.
and plus, just like,
Don't accidentally fall in love with somebody else's husband. Ah! You tripped and fell in love with him.
God,
Yeah,
not that I could be somebody else's wife, but somebody else's husband.
Right.
You're messing
not
around.
about you.
Anyway. And I just, like, never really had a marriage model or really even a healthy male-female relationship model. So I didn't even know anything beyond what my mom told me, which was men are the worst. Don't trust them ever unless they believe in God.
Yeah. Unless God tells you, even if it's against
then-
your own will.
And then forget all the red flags.
Absolutely ignore them.
Yeah.
They mean nothing if God told you he's good. You have a clear shot.
So that's the message that I have received about.
And I was like, I remember talking to you when I was driving around all the time, because I guess
Yeah.
that's when I didn't have my kids with me. But I was like, okay, let's just look at the model mom gave us.
Yeah.
Look at her relationships. Yikes. Look at I followed that model
Yeah.
in my relationship.
You
Yeah,
perfected the model.
absolute compounded yikes. I'm like, so I think you're safe to deviate from
Do something different.
any and all things that we were raised to believe, and just like try out some different ideas and ways of doing a relationship. And you were like, okay.
And now I'm married.
And now you're married to Drew, and he's been great. It's been
Yeah, I've had no...
beautifully unabusive.
No.
Congratulations. You've done it.
I've broken the curse.
So
Oh
funny.
my God.
It's so ridiculous. This
yeah.
is like our
No regrets.
generational trauma is absolutely ridiculous.
It's
like at some point you
insane.
have to laugh about it because
You're great.
the absurdity. Yeah, because you'll
No,
not
it
get
is.
out of bed.
It is really crazy, and that's something that I kind of want to rage about. Is just the importance of putting so much importance on the man, and how can they lead me, and how can they teach me, and how can they guide me?
Like you were born an idiot, and because you're a female,
Right.
And you needed a male with a dick to come in and tell you.
Carry me around. Pull me on a
Tell
leash.
you about life. Here's how relationships go. And I remember one of my biggest takeaways from purity culture, true love waits, shout out, was your life is just on hold until you meet and marry the man, the one God has for you. Which, honestly, I would like to get a whiteboard and like do a full breakdown analysis of all the holes in that theory, because I've lived it. I've lived every single fucking hole in that theory, because I was pure until I got married. I was a virgin.
Literally a virgin bride.
Yeah, I was a virgin
You were
bride.
also 21, so.
I was 21, yeah, so that's not that great, but whatever.
But classic.
Yeah. And exactly, because we got married way sooner than we needed to before we actually knew each other, because we wanted to have sex. Okay. PSA, really quickly.
Have sex.
Just have sex.
Yeah.
Do it safely.
Just go ahead and do it.
Like, ask chat about STDs and condoms and how to be safe. But absolutely explore your sexuality and then consider marriage. Like, those are two separate things.
Yeah.
Until you find somebody you are compatible with, who shares your goals and values.
Because, like, having sex with somebody opens up a whole new
part of themselves, yourself.
Yeah, part of yourself, and just, like, things to talk about, or potential problems, or, like, real life
insecurities.
shit. Exactly. Stuff
your
to,
ego.
like, actually talk about and figure out about each
Yes.
other. So, like, that was really pivotal for Drew and I when we did start having sex. And I was still wearing my purity ring. And we were, because Mom would have known. Oh my gosh, Mom doesn't know that I wasn't a virgin when I got married.
Wow.
Hopefully she never, ever watches this.
Oh my God. Bomb drop. Ooh. That's
Like, it's fine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We can edit that out if you feel like.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I came here to tell the truth.
Oh my God.
Mom actually did a Facebook post for my 16th birthday.
Oh,
16 and never been kissed.
Oh, God. Okay, we need to get back on track, because that puts us right back on track. We need to talk about your relationship with Mom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
16 and never been kissed. My daughter would literally slit my throat in my sleep if I did that.
Yeah.
She would actually murder me.
Yeah. My mom used to get on my Facebook account and then comment on other people's posts.
Yes, I remember that era. It was awful.
It was really terrible. But honestly, like, good, because that was
Taught
helpful.
you to hate social media?
No.
Oh.
That was helpful for me to be like, okay, Mom's not infallible. She does fuck up.
Yeah.
She's got her own shit going on. Like, okay, this makes me feel less entitled, or
Trusting.
it makes me feel
Invalidated. I don't know what word you're looking for.
I don't feel like I have to live up exactly to her standards,
I see, yeah.
or like I don't feel like I can't make mistakes or whatever, because like
Right. She's not perfect.
right, but I still did very much have a fear of disappointing her, because I was on a pedestal. I am.
How did you get on that pedestal? Tell us.
Well, when my sister willed me to be here, when I was born, my mom said, "She's a kiss from God." And of my many nicknames in my life, which I have had a lot, there's a lot you can do with Loren.
Yeah.
Kiss from God is my top 3 favorite.
And
because it's so intense.
It's so intense, and it's so it's unique. No one ever in the history of time
has ever been called a kiss from God by their parents. Like, that's a crazy thing to call your child from the get-go.
Yeah, yeah, because let's just talk about it really quickly.
Like, that's a lot to live up
Let's
to.
dissect it, okay? As a mother, I'm saying God himself blew me a kiss in the form of this child. Like, you're essentially calling yourself like a guru or like an elite
I mean,
messenger of God.
my middle name,
Yeah, that's another thing.
Nisi. If you don't read the King James version of the Bible, then you don't know what the fuck that means. Or Hebrew. I think it's Hebrew.
Yeah.
Jehovah Nisi is like one of God's Old Testament names that means banner of love or banner over me or something. That's literally my middle name.
Literally her name. Yeah, and I remember that was about the time, actually, as you're saying that, I'm realizing, because I always say around 13 or 14 is when I think my maturity level maybe matched mom's or something. Yeah. But it was right then. It was when she decided, so this was when you were still in utero, and she was tossing out these different names, and one of them was Meg, and I was like, let's not. Sorry to all the Megs, but like she didn't want to be Megan. It was just Meg. And then Kate,
and it doesn't work with the rest of our Justin, Hannah, MaryBeth, Meg. Like, it doesn't fit with the rest of my siblings.
No, it didn't. So she finally decided on Loren, Loren, because she has to be different. And then when she started tossing around literal names of God for your middle name, I was like, whoa. I think my mom's a little unhinged. I think maybe she's off the rails. And I was 12 at that time. And so.
But I had been conceived in such a holy union.
Oh my God. And that's another thing, because it was like their story of your conception and birth is like, we were happy until all of a sudden, we don't know how it happened, but I got pregnant. It's like, again, looking back.
There's actually only one thing that you can do to get pregnant. And you're surprised. That's another thing. Like, when people are like, oh my God, I had no idea. Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Oh,
it's a surprise.
What happened? This is a surprise. How?
How do you not know how babies are made and you're married? And
Mary in the Bible, sure.
Okay.
She was surprised.
Probably because she was raped and she didn't know that's how you got pregnant because she was 14-ish.
Or immaculate conception. Either one.
Okay. Either one. Very confusing. A lot to unpack there.
If we're going biblical, which I would like to for the sake of my rage.
Okay.
Mary was given a baby in utero without any penetration. So that's a real surprise. Anything
that's pretty
else,
assaulting, actually.
You can't be surprised. Like, you just can't. Like, there's only one thing that you can do to create a baby besides, like, in vitro and, you know, go like physically going to a medical office, and then obviously you wouldn't be surprised then.
Right. At this time in the 90s, there was no surprises.
You're not using a condom. You're not on birth control. You're having sex.
And you're coming inside.
What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
So anyway.
So that's always irritating to me, that the surprise of your conception has turned into this miracle kiss from God, that he almost immaculately created you.
He wanted me to be born. Mom literally told me that yesterday. I was literally with Mom yesterday. She called me a kiss from God twice in like the span of 15 minutes and said, God really wanted you to be here. And like...
You know why she's saying that?
Because she didn't feel like God wanted her to be here.
No! Oh, that's sad.
I know.
No, because I think you have made comments about...
how I don't want to be here.
So this is her weeks and months later activation for you do have a purpose for being here. Please don't die.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Wow.
But also nobody ever told her, like, hey, you were wanted. You were picked out. You matter. Yeah. So, like, also I think that's part of her messaging, which, like, ultimately getting down to the core of what she really means is sweet.
Very.
And I'll take it.
Yes.
But it's just funny.
Just unmatched love for you is what
she loves me too much.
The kiss she does. It's overwhelming.
I've told her
for
that.
everyone.
She knows it.
She does. We're all aware of it. My favorite conversations with the entire family are when we point to who's the favorite child of the four. And Mom goes, I don't have favorite. And we're all like, you certainly do. And that's okay. We're all okay with it.
She's like, well, Loren has really put in the work to have a relationship with me.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have.
Yeah.
I have put in the work.
That's true. And also back to why I willed you into existence so that you could put in the work. And I simply don't have the threshold.
Yeah.
And I do find it fascinating. I think on some level, my soul knew, at 12, at 11, I'm going to fuck some shit up in the next 10 to 20 years.
You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to. And I can't carry Mom on my own. That's not going to happen.
Because, like, our sister Hannah doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Like, she is genuinely...
Right.
She's very skeptical. Love her.
Love.
So fucking funny. Literally so kind. Very intelligent.
Yeah.
Very skeptical of absolutely everything. And also just, like, doesn't care.
Yeah, so
like, it wasn't a guarantee that, like, Hannah would take care of Mom.
Absolutely, exactly. That role of, like, the older sister, no. Hannah was immediately like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do whatever I like I want to. Like, if that feels right, I'll do it. But if it doesn't, I also won't at all. And so I was like, and then it's going to default to me.
Yeah.
And I just kind of knew I was going to, like, train wreck my life for a little while, and I wasn't going to be able to handle that. And so I'm like, come on. You got to get it here and, like, just fill in
the cracks,
the gaps. So you have definitely carried that torch for us, and I really do appreciate it.
Of course. And, like, I have the capacity for it for whatever reason. I do enjoy figuring out how to communicate with Mom. Like, as frustrating as it is, it is, it enlightens me a little bit. Like, it gives me a little bit of, and I am a speech therapist.
Yes.
So communication is extremely important to me to fight for. So if someone is genuinely unable to express themselves in any way, like whether they literally don't have words or the way that they are speaking just doesn't make sense.
Yep.
I, from a very young age, have been passionate about people being understood, because to not be understood...
It's the loneliest experience, I think.
Because it's like, we're all human. You can't understand me even a little bit. It's just like, to not have
it's so isolating.
It is the worst.
Yeah.
That's hell.
Yeah, it really is. And I remember, we were talking about this the other day, I remember being around 12, 13, 14, and Mom saying things like, I don't know how else to say it, but it seems like nobody's understanding me. Over and over in different scenarios, you know, in our family and outside and work and church and all this stuff. She was trying her best to communicate. She's a very direct person, very open.
Yeah.
But the words and the way she says stuff is so like this.
It's so tangled, and she ends up stringing words together that could be so hurtful, manipulative, whatever. But, like, when you get to, like, who she really is and the core of, like, what she actually believes and what she actually means to say is not, like, what her string of words are. But it's, like, you can't get past that
the
tangled
assault of the words.
Clusterfuck of an insult.
Right. You have to
get there.
You have to have a commitment to communication.
Yeah.
Like you do. You have to have a lot of space emotionally, mentally, physically. You just have to have a lot of capacity. Yeah. And then you have to have time and patience. And
100%.
all of those things I have not historically had. So I'm like, I got to tap out. Good luck. Let me know what you come up with. That's it for me. All right, I'll be in Colorado or something.
I'm going to be anywhere else but right here.
You're there? I'm not.
Give me a call, but
but also don't. call Hannah first.
Because I'm busy.
I'm very busy. I don't have time.
It's so funny.
Yeah, so I'm very appreciative of the role that you've taken in our family, and we check in too because you know, with all roles, I think it's really important to continue to evaluate if this is something we want to keep doing.
100%. My experience with my therapist, Kay.
Kay. I love her.
Literally, obviously life-changing.
Yeah.
But the things that I learned about the importance of boundaries to take care of yourself, and like as women growing up in the Christian world, like it's literally taught to put yourself last.
Literally.
To put others first.
Always.
Jesus first, others you. That's how you experience joy.
That's the hierarchy.
That's what they would say. Jesus, others, you, and that's how you have joy.
Yeah. Joy.
I don't believe that anymore. But like that's the messaging that we're given, and like, to like give so much, like you don't have anything left to give and you still give. Like that's so admirable, and you're such a you're a Proverbs 31 woman, and like such a good woman to give and serve and bend over backwards and lay down as a doormat and
take the entire mental load and absorb all the responsibility of the people around you and take all the blame and fault for anything that goes wrong. And I will say, like I was going to say, you know, your body knows initially and intuitively that that's wrong, that's off.
Right.
But also, it feels really good at first. When you first sign on to that contract of like, I'm going to fill this role, it's like, yes, I have a purpose.
Yeah.
I'm bringing value.
Right.
I matter. I'm, you know, contributing to the growth of something, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. And I think we should all be very, very aware of this experience, because what happens after that initial burst of value that you get, this hit, is the burnout. And it happens slowly.
Yeah.
But the reason is because that's not a sustainable actual way of life.
Right.
To
neglect yourself.
To neglect yourself. And period. That's it. Like you can't. And so in the last 10 to 15 years, they've been talking more and more to mothers of like, hey, you have to fill your cup first before you fill your kids' cups and things like that. And I'm like, not just your kids, not just your family, it's all of society, and it's actually all people. You have to take care of this. Mm-hmm. You have not just take care as in like make sure you're sleeping and eating and resting.
Not just the basics.
Not just the basic survivals needs of a person, but literally attune to yourself so well that you know what your triggers are, where they come from, how to soothe yourself, how to regulate your emotions and your ego, when your ego flares up and why and what it's protecting. You have to know that language so that you are not projecting it on everyone else. Mm-hmm. Your partner, your children are the main ones, and then it's your family from that point on. And so, and I know we've all felt that, like the projection and people
100%.
Spewing on us, like,
100%.
This feels like it has nothing to do with me, but you're making it all about me. Right. That right there, which again...
The pull to... You're responsible.
Yes.
You have responsibility.
You did this to me.
Yeah.
And historically, I'll just speak to the hysteria of women. Right. This is where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because we are made to carry the emotional and psychological weight of our society.
And I think to some degree, women do have more of a capacity for just a burden, a load, a connection that... And it does, at least for me, it does fuel parts of me that are genuine. Mm-hmm. Like parts of my strengths and parts of what bring me joy. And I think that a lot of that is uniquely feminine. The connection of it all. Yes. And like taking on someone's, to be there with them, empathy, in the trenches, the empathy, all of that. So not that is necessarily bad not or wrong or in any way, but just the dependence on women that you're just going to do this.
Exactly. It's the expectation of it.
and you're gonna buck the fuck up, and you're not gonna care about yourself.
Right. It's
because everybody else is depending on you.
Exactly. It's the expectation that whatever woman is in the room will,
Yes.
and whatever man is in the room will not.
Won't.
That's the expectation. And I do think you're talking a little bit about evolution too, because from an evolutionary standpoint, men were the protectors. They had to, they were the first responders, basically. So they have to have like a certain hard shell of like,
Right.
You can't emotionally attune to every victim, that you're about to slice, whatever.
Right. For the sake of your family, your village,
Yeah,
your
for
whatever.
survival.
Yeah.
And women are sitting here birthing the children,
Right.
obviously,
Of course.
feeding them, taking care of them.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that makes sense. But what I like to say is we're in 2025 and we're not running from saber-toothed tigers anymore, and most of us. And
They don't exist.
so
No one is.
okay, all right. In our minds, sometimes okay, whatever.
Most of us.
Most of us.
Actually,
She's not that worldly. She doesn't know what's out there.
she doesn't watch Planet Earth every night like I do.
don't.
It's okay.
I don't. So I don't know who the narrator of Planet Earth is either. Anyway,
David Attenborough. Okay, it doesn't matter.
so
I mean, it does, but anyway,
we're not in those deep, dark survival
Right.
times anymore. And so consciously, we can grow, meaning men can start to access emotions and it not kill them or
Right.
make them vulnerable to death.
Right.
And with that, obviously women are providing more, making more money and taking care of themselves in society, whereas historically they had to have a man to sign
Right.
and co-sign or, whatever.
like as if they know anything.
It's literally because they have a dick. Like, that doesn't make sense to me ever. But
It's the good old boys club.
the good old boys. Oh my God.
There's this automatic respect, understanding, mutual, I see you, because you got a cock and balls.
Because you got a cock and balls, because your skin looks like mine, you dress similar to me, you know how to speak like I do. You know how to, laugh at the same jokes.
It's just an they're like, ugh, this is way easier. I can go on autopilot because I'm in a group of men.
Yeah. Literally, you can go back to your old caveman.
Revert to your lizard brain. Yeah.
Where we're, not improving
Right.
humanity in any form,
Right.
except for money and power. It's that's what they get off on is more money. You got money, I got money, we got money. And I'm like,
Okay.
we all know.
What even is money? It's a social construct. Money's fake. It's
It's literally
not real. You can literally print it yourself and launder it.
Yes.
Money's not real.
It's not.
So you're having pissing contests and ooga booga over something that's not even real.
Yes.
Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't improve anybody's quality of life.
Right. Well,
I mean, it does because it has to.
our whole system is based on this
system that
construct.
men have created
Yes.
on money and power and
Currency,
ruling
yeah.
and
Right. More. And nobody's going to argue with, you can't take it with you when you die. Okay. So for
Right.
me, I'm like, let's really talk about what the point of human existence is. I say this all the time. The point of human existence is not to work. We are not born as these kisses from God. Just kidding. There's only one of those. To just go to work and work and make more, accumulate more money. That's
Right.
ludicrous.
there are jobs that are necessary to keep the society going. And yeah, let's support those.
Sure.
We
And
need
there's
to have
meaning
that.
in it.
There's meaning in that. But that's your whole life?
And it's also just not why humans exist.
Although I do want to say, what about whoever started the Red Cross?
Oh, I know. I just saw something about that. Oh, yeah.
Barton?
Ugh, I can't remember. I'm so not good with names. I was watching The Gilded Age on Amazon Prime, and they had her. She was like...
Clara Barton?
Yeah. She was just
Clara...
starting.
Oh, before I even Googled it, I knew it was Clara Barton. Okay, so Clara Barton, like, her life was her work. That feels different than what we're talking about.
It feels very different. But even still, it's like Clara's soul was here on earth for what reason? To connect and heal and comfort and bring aid to other souls. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But none of our souls are here to cash in and make money. Like, we're just not. We're here to, on some level, connect with other humans.
Right.
And to me, like, you know how in growing up in church, they're always like, what's your mission statement? And like, what's your 5-year, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So anytime anybody brings that up in the coaching world, I'm like, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to participate in this. I'm a fucking life coach. And I'm like, no, I'm opting out. I'm unsubscribing to this. But I do feel very deeply that our reason for being here is to experience life. Like, so then it becomes a literal game almost of like, just pick your experience.
Right.
You know, pick your experience. Do you want to have children? Do you want to explore what it's like to not have children in a society that says everybody has kids unless they're psychotic?
Right.
Like,
unless you're super selfish.
I mean, that's the ultimate projection. While we're talking about projection, that right there, I'm like, oh my God. To have children flippantly is the most selfish thing any human could do. I just have such strong beliefs about that. But anyways, staying on topic, here we go.
Okay.
We're here to experience and specifically interact with love, I would say. Learning how to absorb it in this form and how to give unconditionally, not through, oh, you got to pass through level 1 before you can get to 2.
Right.
Like, just how can we open and express and absorb love better?
Where we are.
Just in today. Like,
Wherever that is.
wherever that is. If it's in the midst of purity culture,
Right.
it's going to be really hard, I'll tell you.
Best
It's going
of
to be,
luck.
that's going to be a difficult one, but surely it can be done in some level. I would say in that, loving yourself is going to be number 1.
And that goes back to what we were talking about in terms of women neglecting themselves because of the expectations of society and everything. So it all starts with self-awareness. What do I need?
Yeah.
What gives me joy?
Self-acceptance, too, of like, it's okay.
Accepting
Yeah.
who you are. Like,
Today, in this moment.
today, the mistakes that you've made, the regrets that you have, your triumphs, your failures. Triumphs?
Triumphs.
Even your triumphs. Accept
She's a kiss from God. She can say whatever she wants.
because that's who you are. Like, it's unique. And
This is your journey. This is it.
this is it. And this is also something huge that the church really fucked up for me is, like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Every single tiny little decision that you make is not such a global,
Crisis.
eternal, like, deal.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay if you make the wrong decision, whatever wrong means. Like,
exactly.
you have more consequences than if you would have made a different decision.
Right.
That's
You're not
okay.
furthering the message of Christ today.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like
you're going to survive, and guess what? God's mission is still going to go on.
the anxiety.
The anxiety of it.
that harbors the, am I doing the right thing?
I don't know if this is right.
I don't know if this is right. Oh, I feel really guilty because...
What if I'm wrong?
What if I'm wrong? What if I'm going to go to hell? Drew and I talk about all the time how we would rededicate our lives to Christ.
Me too.
Monthly.
Every
just
altar
in
call.
case.
Every altar call.
Just in case. I didn't do it right the first time.
Because how do you know? It's so elusive.
How do you know?
Right. And it's really just...
And like people like our mom who have literally had supernatural encounters, like she knows.
She knows. There's
And
no
like
doubt.
it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Like an angel has never come and scooped me up and like showed me something.
Showing you Jesus himself.
So, you know,
You live in doubt for the rest of your Christian years.
So every month I just got to rededicate.
Go to the altar. I think maybe I'm accepting Christ today. Oh, gosh. What a mind fuck.
Yeah.
It really is.
And like, if you choose to subscribe to an organized religion, that's your choice.
It's an experience.
It's okay. Like that's the adventure that you've chosen for this life.
Yeah, or just this time frame. Like, who knows
Your
how
time
long,
frame.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean...
But and going back to what we...
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Back.
Let's tie it all together and go all the way back to the very beginning of the podcast. The roles that we have within our family, the expectation for women to carry burden, and starting with being aware of yourself, accepting yourself, taking care of yourself, your self, not just skincare,
Right.
No. Sleeping, whatever.
Like your soul.
Taking care of your soul.
Yeah.
What does your soul
Like learning
actually
who
need?
your soul is.
Because then that's when that can benefit. That's when
Exactly.
you can truly be in the role
Right.
that is fitting and genuine
Right.
for you.
Exactly.
That's not going to necessarily put you out, but then like that's how you find your people.
That's exactly right. That's when, and I say authenticity begets authenticity. So when
Right.
you are truly aligned with your authentic self in this moment, as immature or wounded as you may be, you are showing up and accepting yourself and taking care of that. That is when you are able to actually be in service of other people and actually be in service of love itself, capital L, of like this exchange between humans, where it's not...
And you're complimenting each other. Like, it's just, it's really beautiful. It's real connection.
It is. It is. And it's not playing a part. It's not like putting on a mask and like, ugh, I have to dredge up. Like sometimes it will pull. Like I know some of this stuff pulls from like the depths of you. It's very exhausting. It's weighty, but it's still rewarding because it's aligned with who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I love that. I love that for all of us.
Yeah.
Let's do more of that.
We should do more of that.
Or not. I can't tell you how many days I literally...
It's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be every day. I was literally just thinking that, like, some days, like, you might do too much.
Yeah. Like yesterday, I can't tell you how many times I literally lay my head down at night and I'm like, well, I didn't really do anything today, but tomorrow's another day. Like, I don't give a fuck.
And if tomorrow's not another day, like, if this was it, then, like, all right.
At least every day that I don't self-deprecate or like chastise myself for not being more or better or enough or
that's a good day.
That's a good day to me. That is a fucking win because of how many years I spent criticizing myself and like judging myself on a daily basis for my productivity levels or how I was a good Christian or just a good person. Or now I'm like, I don't fucking care. I ate a bag of chips and I watched Netflix. Like, my kids are alive. That's awesome.
Something that Kay reinforced.
Your therapist.
Kay, my therapist, reinforced for like the first 2 years, really, that I worked with her was this thing called the 4 Agreements. And it's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Lovely.
And it really is a great foundation that I felt like I needed because I didn't know what to base my life off of without Christianity, without the church, without a role, without who a woman is in society,
that
without
structure
expectations.
That structure of morality and purpose.
What is a person to do? It's like, I don't have a structure. I'm just kind of like floating. Like, what can ground me? What can I know some values that I have that are core and integral to who I am, but like, the foundation of like why I live my life. Like,
oh, let's hear them.
What is that? Okay, so the 4 agreements are: be impeccable with your word, which she clarified for me was like not self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Because that's not true.
Right.
Like,
it's your worst fear.
Speak the truth.
Right.
Don't take anything personally, which is honestly, that changed my life.
Yeah.
Being able to remove myself from situations, catastrophes, other people's traumas and terrible experiences, wounding.
Because that's what it is.
I don't take that. It's not about me.
Right.
I am not going to take this like, don't take things personally means you're not making things about you that aren't about you.
Yeah, you're not creating every narrative to paint you as the villain, as you as the transgressor, and really understanding that a person's actions say everything about them.
Everything you need to know.
And nothing about you.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't.
Right.
Whether they're really, really good and doting and all that stuff, that doesn't make you more valuable.
Which leads to the next one, which is don't make assumptions. Don't assume that what someone else is doing is saying something about you.
Yeah.
That's you're making it about you, and you're making an assumption.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Take people for what they are.
Love that one.
Don't assume that fuckwad had your best interest.
Right.
Because he's a dad and because he doesn't believe in slavery.
Oh my God. Drill that in. No assumptions.
Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And the last one, always do your best.
That's it.
And she clarified, your best is different every day.
Every hour. It's just different.
Some days you may have the capacity to like really fucking do it.
Yes.
And like work out, eat what you're supposed to, drink your 8 glasses of water.
Yep.
Do all your chores, get your kids on time everywhere.
Yeah.
Do your job and like really feel great. That's a good day.
Awesome.
That's like me in follicular.
Yes, exactly.
Or every woman in follicular, really.
Yeah.
Because of the hormones of it all. But then the next day,
And luteal.
like, you may not be able to get out of bed.
Yeah, and that's
because
the
you're
thing.
so fucking tired from your
week of
amazingly productive
follicular,
day.
yeah.
And like doing your best that day looks like staying in bed to take care of yourself.
That's right.
And
Yeah, the best thing you can do that day is love yourself in that moment, just where you are, and be kind.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love the 4 agreements.
That like really was life-changing for me because I think that it is a little bit biblical in a way in terms of like, I think if you strip down the Christian interpretation of everything.
Jesus' teachings too.
Right. Like the core of it all, like it is kind of this as well. But there's just so much extra shit and fluff and expectations and roles and parts and
control and
vibes and
manipulations,
that it just becomes a massive clusterfuck. But
I love that. That's amazing.
stripped down, like this is it. Like,
and that's what we're gonna do this week. We're gonna keep those 4 agreements to ourselves. Okay, one more time.
be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best.
There you have it. Okay, awesome. Well, as always, thank you for being here and chatting with us, listening to our ramblings. Hope you could keep up with the rabbit trails. But I feel like we circled back around
And we always do.
We always do, yeah. And as always, if you ever find yourself asking, for what? For what reason? For why am I doing this? We want to hear about it. So email us. The email is productionsbymbk@gmail.com. And share, like, follow us. We'd love to hear from you.
Love you.
Bye.
If today hit home or lit a spark, drop a review, subscribe, follow, like it, post it, tag us, and send it in the group text.
We're so grateful you've spent time with us today. If you want to keep this podcast alive and thriving, there's a link to support us below. Even $5 says, keep going, gals.
Until next time, look for opportunities to deviate from the default, and don't forget to ask yourself,
For what?